Here are the 5 secret strategies for mastering scenario questions. The PRINCE2 Practitioner exam does not test what you know. It tests how you think. And if nobody has told you that yet, that is exactly why you are struggling with the scenario questions. My name is Anthony from Proctor Tutors, and in the next 5 minutes I am going to give you 5 strategies that change the way my students approach this exam. Strategies that have nothing to do with memorizing the manual. The first strategy is the scenario first rule. Before you touch a single question, read the scenario document like a project manager, not like a student. Here is what I mean. In the Louistown exam scenario, you are given a complex infrastructure project, a shopping center called Louis Shopping. The moment you read it, your brain needs to be asking, what are the pressures on this project? What makes it sensitive? In Louistown, you have got heritage buildings, Greentown sustainability requirements, underground parking, a traditional delivery approach, and a council that wants the center open by the end of financial year 3. Those 5 factors are not background noise. They are the answer keys. Every single question in that paper will test how you apply PRINCE2 given those specific constraints. So before the exam, read all 4 model scenarios in Chapter 1 of your manual. Underline the complexity factors. Know the characters. Know what each stakeholder cares about. When your scenario comes up in the exam, you should already feel at home. Strategy number 2 is the keyword triggers. The exam uses very specific language, and if you learn to spot the triggers, you stop guessing and start knowing. Here are 3 that will save you marks. When a question says single point of accountability, that is the project executive, not the heritage director, not the portfolio director, the executive, every time. When a question uses the word uncertain future event, that is a risk. It goes in the risk register. If it has already happened, it is an issue. It goes in the issue register. Never mix these up. When a question describes a communication activity with a specific audience, frequency, and method, that is the communication schedule, not the stakeholder analysis. Stakeholder analysis tells you who people are. The communication schedule tells you when and how you talk to them. In the Louistown scenario, the heritage director speaking at Heritage Society events every 3 months. That is the communication schedule. That is a real exam question. Know the trigger, get the mark. Strategy number 3 is the elimination method for practitioners. Here's how smart candidates approach the "is this appropriate and why?" questions that dominate the practitioner paper. Before you look at the 4 options, ask yourself one question. Which of the 7 principles is being tested here? Because almost every question in this exam is asking whether a principle is being upheld or violated. Once you identify the principle, the right answer becomes obvious, and the distractors fall away. Take this example. The exam asks whether it is appropriate for the CEO of Buildybrick to be appointed as a team manager for Stage 5 only. Your instinct might be to say yes. They are doing the work, right? But the moment you ask, which principle is this testing? You land on defined roles and responsibilities. And PRINCE2 is clear. The CEO of a major contractor belongs on the project board as senior supplier for the entire project, not as a team manager for one stage. That is a governance role, not a delivery role. Identify the principle, eliminate the distractors, choose with confidence. Strategy number 4 describes how to use the manual without getting lost in it. The open book exam feels like a safety net. It is not. If you are reaching for the manual on every question, you will run out of time before you finish the paper. Here is the strategy. Before exam day, color code your manual with page tabs. 1 color for the 7 principles, 1 color for the 7 practices, 1 color for the 7 processes, 1 color for management products, your risk register, issue register, business case headings, communications management approach sections. In the exam, use the manual only when a question carries more than 1 mark or when you genuinely need to verify something. For the single mark questions, answer from recall and move on. And never, I repeat never, open the manual for questions about the difference between a risk and an issue, or which register something belongs in. Drill those distinctions until they are automatic. That is where time goes, and that is where marks are lost. Strategy number 5. The project manager's mindset. This is the one that separates the candidates who pass from the ones who resit. The practitioner exam is not asking you to recall PRINCE2. It is asking you to think like a project manager who uses PRINCE2. Every question is really asking, given this context, what would a well-run PRINCE2 project do? In Louistown, the context matters enormously. So, when you read a question, ask yourself, what would go wrong if we did not follow this principle here? In Louistown, if the Stage 5 plan is written during Stage 3, before testing and inspections are complete, you lose the ability to plan accurately. That violates Manage by Stages. The answer is no, it is not appropriate, and that is why. Context first, principle second, answer third. Now here is the honest truth. These 5 strategies sound straightforward when I explain them. But applying them under exam pressure, on a scenario you have never seen, in 150 minutes with the clock running, that is where most candidates fall apart. The students I work with at Proctor Tutors do not just learn these strategies. We practice them together. We walk through real scenario questions. We identify the principle being tested. We eliminate the distractors. We build the habit before exam day, so that when you sit down in that exam, you are not thinking about PRINCE2. You are just thinking clearly.